Hello, my people. Mike even? I don't know. I think I'm okay. Hello, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to episode number 25 of Sippin N Trippin podcast with me, just the best. So today's episode is very interesting, and I've been waiting. I've been waiting for this. So let PSA or whatever you would call that stuff. This isn't a man bashing episode. I'm trying not to. I actually just want to give the men out there and maybe some women like a different perspective in regards to dating, right? So we had what was it, number 23. If y'all want to go back into that show, that was actually the first part one, right? Of dating from a male perspective. So we had Al and Sam join us on that show to try to give us some insight in regards to like what our men are looking for, what they see on their end, and all of that good stuff. So now it's my time to shine, in regards to like women and whatever. But I brought on two of my girlfriends that I've known. Honestly, I've known you guys for like 10 plus years or so. So these are not some random ass girls. Like I've known these girls for a while. Actually, one is actually in the salon with me now, and my other girlfriend who has moved to Texas, she's actually going to be joining me from down there virtually. But it should be a good show. I mean, what can we like not talk about in regards to? So I'm gonna be asking some questions. Hopefully, y'all got some questions that you want to answer, maybe from that you couldn't ask in the last show. But yes, so though this is not a man besting episode, I won't try. I try not to, but some of y'all men are stupid, but or do stupid things. So we're trying to like, I did learn something from the last show. So when Al said, "Hi, Martha," so when Al said, like to tell these men, like, don't ghost them or don't just like not talk to them, like tell them what they're doing wrong so that maybe that'll like help them in the next the next chick or your sister girl that might be dating them. So I took that into account. So I've been telling motherfuckers what has like, no, why are you doing that, stupid? Like, no. So I'll get into a few of those stories because I have a few already just recently. But so yeah. So what's been going on? My mom and my son just came back from Mexico. They've been in Mexico for about a month. So if you are connected to me on social media, Snapchat is Stylish Jekka, Instagram, Just the Best, or Sippin N Trippin podcast, or here on Facebook, you'll see some of the reels of like last night we went to go pick them up, and my son, knowing that my oldest son, as much as he tries to be Mr. Cool, he ran up to them like, I miss them so much. I'm like, what am I, chopped liver over here? Like, would you have a good time with your mama? But the house has been hella quiet without my little one running around and creating a ruckus and stuff. But I'm glad that they're back home. I'm glad that the pilots didn't go on strike while they were out there. I was waiting for them. Hey, the female CJ. Hey, Chrissy. So yeah, so I mean, this weekend it's like, how would you say? Like it was July 4th this past weekend, right? It was a long freaking weekend. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but like I had some drinks on Thursday. Then I was working at the bar and had some drinks there afterward. Then Saturday we had a birthday party, so I was drinking there. And Sunday, what did I fucking do? Well, shit, it's only Wednesday and I can't remember what I did Sunday. Sunday I went to go have some drinks with my girlfriend and hung out. And then like Monday was July 4th, so I went and had some drinks on Monday, which I didn't appreciate. So I come to find out that I showed up at my girlfriend's house, who I hadn't seen in a few weeks. And she was just like, "Oh, loud number one is here." I'm like, "Loud number one." So she calls our little trio like loud, like thing one, thing two, thing three. I'm loud number one, loud number two's over there, loud number three was at the party. I was like, how did I be? I wasn't. How would you say? Like I wasn't offended that she called me loud because I am a loud motherfucker. I will admit that. But I was like, how did I end up gaining the spot number one? Like I didn't even think that I was that loud, but then the night carried on, and then I can project my voice, and when I laugh pretty loud. So I mean, but that's still debatable to me. I don't. But with July 4th festivities, there was a meme going around that like I don't know, like with everything that's been going on in the world lately, like I don't know if our independence here in America should even be celebrated, especially with all the bullshit that's been going on, especially with the Roe versus Wade kind of bullshit, taking all those, But anyways, but unfortunately, a lot of these fireworks did not, um, the firework things, especially out here, didn't happen because of safety reasons. Right? I said that loud, not me. What? How would you consider me loud? I think I'm quiet. Well, I was. I don't know. But unfortunately, my condolences, and I know from B-Side Studios and from Sippin N Trippin, our condolences to the families that had to deal with all this bullshit. Not only with what happened at the Highland Park parade, which was like fucked up, but even all the bullshit. I mean, what was it, like 51 got shot in Chicago over the weekend? And it's like, I know people have said that it's not the worst from previous years, but it's still a lot. Like that is still a lot. Like a young girl just got shot just being in her house. Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna take to a gun, like at least like before there was like at least some pride. And like I got the motherfucker I was after, not just shooting random ass people. So yeah, no, I think yes, our gun laws should be reviewed. I don't want to say that it's all the guns' fault because but I mean honestly, we don't need any automatic. No automatic, nothing should be sold to regular ass people. If you're at war somewhere, different story. But out here, like, and then like, even if we did anything here in Illinois, like people can just go across the border to Indiana, which is very loose, and go buy a gun over there and just bring it back home. So like, I think like if they're gonna do something, it has to be all across all the states because we can just travel to Iowa if they have lesser laws. You can drive up to Wisconsin if they have lesser laws. And you know what I'm saying? That's a 2 hour trip. Another hour to Indiana, depending on where you're at. You know what I'm saying? So like it has to be all across the board. And honestly, I don't think anybody under the age of 25 really should be even be able to purchase a gun legally. I don't know. 21 maybe, but I would raise it up to 25 really because and especially because like the majority of the people that are buying these guns are men. Women buy them for protection. But men, these young boys are out here the ones buying these guns. So I think after the age of 25, you've gotten a lot of those like if something's messed up with you, you're kind of figuring out that something's fucked up with you. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the answers are. I don't know how to help. Like, because you can't fix one problem because then something else gets created. So, like, it has something got to change. I don't know what that is, but something got to change. But yeah, we didn't get a lot of the shows out here by where I'm at. They got canceled in regards to like what happened up in Highland Park. But then it also makes you think like the safety, like the Taste of Chicago's coming, and I'd be like, oh, I want to go, but now it makes me second guess. Like, do I even want to go to the Taste of Chicago or anything where there's a lot of people because you don't know who or what's gonna be around. Are you going there with your kids? Now you gotta like raise your child and like I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But, when I get a few drinks in me, then my decisions they change. Like I don't want to go to Taste of Chicago, but I'll be at a bar in the lounge with a whole bunch of other people. You know what I'm saying? They can go in there and start shooting shit up, right? But I don't know. I just say, look, just be safe. Pay attention to your surroundings at all times. I don't care if you're in Chicago. I don't care if you're in the suburbs. Like you can go strawberry picking. I'll still look at everybody suspect. Everybody a suspect at this point. But try to enjoy the summer. It's been hella hot and hella humid. This weather's been crazy. Ugh. But I love that it's the summertime, but I don't like the violence that we have to deal with. And it used to be like only at nighttime. Now they don't even give a fuck because it's like daytime too. Like, damn, I can't like leave the party at like 7 o'clock before before the rigmarole starts happening. Because now it's just happening at 10 o'clock in the morning, 10:30. But I don't know. We got to be better. We got to do better at some point. I don't know. Maybe if somebody needs help people get the help that they need. Who knows? But I do want to say a thanks to Carlito's Way for hosting the last podcast. That was supposed to be our baseball episode, but with the weather, it got canceled, and then we ended up having to have it at his bar. Which I mean, that man always welcomes me at that bar with open arms. Um, I always have a good time there because I always say like when the owner tells you, "Damn, you're still here," I'm like, "Damn, why you gotta bust me out, man? I was sitting here having a good time. I made some new friends. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I did buy some alcohol infused pickle. But in Fortune, she had so many different ones. She had cognac with henny infused pickles. She had tequila. She had vodka. She had THC infused. But unfortunately, I left them in somebody's car, and so now they're trash. So now I gotta go and get me some more. But I had a great time there. But I will say, I was just talking to my girlfriend about this. There was a gentleman there at the bar. Um, I think it kind of goes with what we're talking about tonight. So I went to the car when I first got to Carlito's Way. I went to the car to grab up all my backpacks, for the camera, for the lights, the mics, and everything, my equipment basically for the show. But I was so focused on getting the show started that I was just with my blinders on, right? So there was a dude there, a gentleman there, and he was just like, "Yo, let me help you," and I was like, "No, I got it. I'm cool." And then he even grabbed the bag, like, "Yo, let me," not like aggressively or nothing, but he grabbed the bag because I had to stop or something. And he's like, "No, no, no, let me help you." And I said, "No," I kind of like yanked it from him, like, "No, I'm okay," and then did my way. So I didn't think nothing of it until he came. Apparently, it bothered him. So he came later after I had everything set up before the show and was just like, "Yo, like, he introduced himself. He's like, I don't want you to think I was a weirdo, just trying to take your stuff. But, I was just trying to be a gentleman to help you with your stuff." Oh, yeah. You got to pull the door to unlock it. My son got a job, you know what I'm saying? My son got a job, and he coming over here bringing treats. You got more food? Oh,
That's so sweet.
I can eat, but I don't tell you. Oh my! Look at
My God, you're so calm.
you are so sweet. Thank you. Yeah. Huh?
Just sober up.
Ha ha ha. He said y'all didn't hear him. He said for me to sober up. So look at what he wrote on there. Can y'all see that? To the best mom ever, your second favorite. I told them I don't have a favorite. I dislike both of them equally. They both get on my goddamn nerves. But I love you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll look into it later. But thank you. That boy trying to get me fat. He trying to keep me fat, y'all.
Bye.
He's trying to borrow the car this weekend. I swear to God. There's always an underlining why your children are nice to you, right? No, he is a really sweet kid. Like whoever ends up with my son, they're gonna get a good guy. And she better treat him right, or else I'm gonna have my foot in her ass. I swear to God, I'm gonna be. You ever seen that movie Monster in Law? Like, I don't want to be that woman. I don't know if anybody watched that movie, but like anybody who get like he is a gentleman. He is a sweet kid. Like, if that woman does not treat my son the correct way, me and her we gonna have a talk. But yeah, my second favorite. But I'm telling you, that boy trying to keep me like he don't want me to lose weight. I swear to God, he be bringing. He works at Brown's Chicken. And then, like when there's leftover food, they be bringing it home. But I'm just like, and I told him, like, bring the chicken, bring all the chicken, whatever's left. Like, I could turn that shit into dog food. Bring the shit. But now he's bringing this shit, and I'm like, okay, I think I'm gonna start growing fucking feathers in a minute. As much chicken as I'm eating at that minute. I'm like, whoa. I don't think he want me to lose no weight. LOL, and Jane found the ice. Look. I'm trying. I'm gonna try because we. I don't know if y'all remember me saying this in the last show, but Sippin N Trippin got on Can TV. You feel me? So the first show is gonna actually air. So they're gonna rerun my 1 year anniversary show on Can TV this Friday. If you got Comcast or Xfinity and AT&T and Wow and some other shit, It's a local public access channel. I don't know if it's channel 27 for everybody, but yo, your girl gonna be on there, you know. And if everything works out, y'all, man, look, things y'all might find me live on TV. But then that made me start thinking like, doesn't that add like an extra 10 pounds? I be telling you, like when I look at myself on this show, and then when I take a picture, I'm a big girl. I know this. But I be feeling like, man, they be stretching me out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. The men still love me. No, but I swear he been bringing all the chicken in the world. Um, but he's up to something. He being too nice. I don't know, or maybe he just really like. You know what? I will say though. I will say so. Like when you get so involved in your own schedule, in your own madness, like I work 2 jobs, I have the podcast, still trying to separate, having a little time for dating, having a little time to hang out with my girlfriends. Because I don't know about anybody else, but I need to hang out with my girlfriends every once in a while. That keeps me centered. That keeps me humble. That keeps me on my shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, I always feel like guys need their guy time, girls need their girl time, then y'all need your little couple time, like all of that. But I think that's all good. So like, if you don't allow your man to go out with his friends and enjoy the night without thinking like you fucking with them bitches or you doing some shit, like sometimes that's how they de-stress, and your boys will tell you your shit, just like how my girls tell me, and I become I feel better when I'm hanging out with my girlfriends. Um, there was a reason. Well, let me go back to my other story. I be getting sidetracked and stuff. But going back to Carlito's way, so the dude came up and he was just like, I'm sorry, I didn't want to he's like, man, I had my hand on your bag, like, why didn't you like just let me help you? I was trying to be a gentleman and this and that, and I was just like, yo, hold on, like I wasn't. I told him like, you know what, you don't need to apologize. Like, let me apologize. Very important, very very much important. But I was just like, no, let me apologize because I wasn't like allowing you to help me, not help me, and like I wasn't trying to demasculine you. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's how he took it, I was just so focused on just getting my shit together so I can start the podcast so we can start because bitch is always running late. So I was just like, I'm already running late, so let me just do my thing. So he was just like, oh, I'm like, I wasn't trying to take that away from you. Like, don't take that. I was just like, but you know what? You can help me when I'm done. You can help me put the shit back in the car. Don't worry. I'll let you buy me a drink. Don't worry. But in regards to like, he was just doing, I don't know how, because like, again, we were just talking about this a little earlier in regards to like a man's place and a woman's place. And I hate to say it like that because those have very blurred lines, and like my girl was just saying, like the word submissive. Nowadays, when a woman hears the word submissive, it's almost like, oh, no, I would never. Like it has such a bad like name to it, and it really doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like it really, really doesn't. I don't know, from my understanding or my take on the word submissive, it doesn't, have such a bad rap. It's almost kind of like when people see a pit bull, like, oh, they're fucking killer dogs. And it's like, no, they're not. They're really actually really sweet. The owners make them killer dogs, but the dog itself is not a killer dog. So the word submissive in my book, it's just a woman being able to trust her man to guide them down the right path, making the right decisions for their family, making the right decisions for them as a whole unit. Not like, give me some dinner, woman. Make sure my clothes are clean, woman. Like none of that shit. Like it really, like a woman will actually want to do that for you if you're treating her the right way. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like actually, I actually seen this little white man at the bar that I work at. And I was just like, oh, if he already didn't have a wife, I was next in line, motherfuckers. Because what I see, just this little gesture made such like an impact on me in regards to like, like in my head, we have like Carlos had Build-A-Bear. So in my head, I'm like, check, I want that in my man. Boom. Every time I see a man doing something the right way, boom, I want that in my man. Because let me tell you, so they had dinner, right? It was them two plus one of their fathers, so the grandpa was there, and three little children. The oldest one was probably like 9, right? So it was 9 and then younger. The youngest one maybe been like 4 or some shit. So they finished their food. They asked for 2 boxes to pack up the leftover food. She got up from the table. When I came back with the little empty trays, she had got up from the table to deal with the children. I don't know if they went to the bathroom, they went to the front, whatever. She was dealing with the children. Do you know this man got up, picked up the plates, and started scooping the plates into these empty boxes? Stacked up the plates very nicely, like cleaned up the table for me, goddamn it, basically. And then put the tables there. He paid the bill. And then she came back and she was like, "Oh, honey, thank you, whatever." And then, they kissed. And I'm like, "Oh, I want a husband that'll do that for me." Because I've seen men, not only say that, because I've seen men that have done the same shit or that same situation. And I'll bring the tray there and the woman will go take her daughter or whatever to the bathroom. And the motherfucker would just sit there, continue to drink his beer. And then when she got back, then she would start putting the food away. Whole time he's sitting there not doing shit. You feel me? So I was just like, build a bear, check. I want a man that'll want to just instantly want to do that to make it easier because she had to deal with the children. You see what I'm saying? But anyways, to that gentleman, I apologized to him, and he didn't help me with the bags going to the car because I ended up taking my shit to the car anyway. Because then I'm like, I want to drink, you know what I'm saying, and then I want to worry about my equipment and getting stolen. Not that anybody would steal my shit there, but I don't know everybody over there. So, and then he realized they already had put all my shit away. He was like, "What the hell, woman? You just don't want a man to be a man?" I was like, "Oh, what?" Like, and I'm usually not left speechless, but it took me a minute that day to have a moment to like have a comeback. And then my comeback was just like, "Well, I'll let you buy me a drink." You know what I'm saying? But no, he was actually a really nice guy. He didn't ask for my phone number, none of that shit. So I didn't take it like he was like heavily transferred. Maybe he was, I don't know. But like, anyways, we had a great time that night. Like I said, Carlos was just like, "Woman, you still here?" I'm like, "It's time for me to go if you talking that type of bullshit." But going from that to this. So a few weeks ago, gentlemen, I had put a meme up on my social media that said, like, "Call me old fashioned, but I want my man without a wife, without a fiance, without some side bitches, without some hoes. Call me old fashioned. That's the kind of motherfucker I want, right?" I put it on there as a hee hee ha ha, like, hey, it's funny. Do you understand how many of my male friends or men that I don't even know would comment and said, "Oh, it's always been like that. This motherfucker didn't know." And now because with social media, you know what I'm saying? Like it's either become easier to find if your partner is cheating, or it's easier for a man or a woman, so I want to just put it on men, to like navigate away from their relationship. But I was just like, women weren't saying shit. Women were actually like, "Yes, please, bitch, speak that shit. Yes." While the men were like, "It's always been like that. We just motherfuckers didn't talk about it back then." And all of this. And I was just like, I was kind of floored, like, you fucking pieces of shit. But I don't know. Has it always been like that? I think it was just more discreet back then. I don't know. Nowadays, motherfuckers be like, "Yeah, I got this bitch, I got that bitch, I got bitch, I got hoes." Like, and I think at some point, maybe when you're 20s, early 30s, maybe, like, but when you're old, that's not something to like brag about. Because other people got hoes, you know what I'm saying? No, this thing. But yeah, I was just floored at like how many men were on my fucking shit, sending me messages like, "Well, Jess, it's always been like." Damn, motherfuckers, like, that's nothing to be proud of, motherfucker. But and then like with now again with social media, right? Going back into social media, with social media, it's like Instagram be tricking on y'all. Instagram trick out like I be looking at me like, so if I add a phone number into my phone or whatever, it'll say such and such in your contacts is on Instagram under this name. And then I'm just like, and then I go back to like, who did I just add into my phone? And then like their Instagram would be like Wilson and Yolanda or some shit. Like, oh, so it's a two. They have a shared account. You know what I'm saying? So like, and then the whole time you probably over here trying to holler at me, talking about I'm single, I'm this, I'm that. Like, so I thank you, Instagram, for trickety tricking on people and stuff. Then you get to see what their real names are. And then you know what? Snapchat will do that shit to you too, because it'll say like when you look at your friends, it'll if y'all didn't notice, this is what it does. So it'll look at your friends, it'll say this person's in your contacts. That person's in your contacts. It won't give you the phone number, but I'd be looking at their names like, mm, swipe, So let social media keep tricking on you. I think again, social media can like either make it really easy or really hard for you not to do something stupid, or it make it really easy for you to do something stupid. I mean, shit, look, online dating. We ain't even got to go outside no more. You just be in your room. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Yes, heart, check, X, heart, whatever the fuck y'all got to do. I don't know. But I am going to speak on this baby mama bullshit that's been going around and this woman been talked about. And I actually, when I heard this shit, I was like, I think I might have done that. No les digas. I'm not giving away all my secrets. I gotta give them a little bit, just a little bit. But no. So like there was a story, and I mean, if you haven't heard this story about this baby mama, she was trying to clown her baby daddy for bringing food, McDonald's, to his child. I guess she has like 5 children, and the youngest one, baby daddy, because they're all different baby daddies. I think I don't know. I might have the story wrong. Y'all can correct me if you want to. But like she was getting on him for like, how you just gonna bring your one son food and not the rest of these kids food? And I will say, so there was this one time when I had just broken up with my baby daddy. But I think it was a little different. But I out my own bullshit. Don't get me wrong. I will out my own bullshit. So there was this one time my baby daddy, those kids weren't his though. Yes. And I'm not agreeing with her. Hold on. Let me finish my story, okay? Don't attack me. Hey, I got my Mortal Kombat shirt on today. I'm ready. I came ready prepared. I didn't wear my army fatigues, but I wore my Mortal Kombat shirt, so I know my moves. That we can talk about. I don't know about WWE, but I know Mortal Kombat. I'm old like that. But no, going back to that story. So me and my baby daddy had just recently broke up, right? At the beginning of the year. And then so this is what like I became a little petty, and this is what drew me was that so Christmas comes around, right? And he's just like, oh, I brought all these presents. I wasn't home, so he dropped off all these presents at the house for his son, which was the youngest. Now, keep in mind that when me and this man got together, my oldest son was just like 5 years old. So, and I was with him for 6 years. So he basically kind of just raised my son. Like my son, he got connected with him. But anyways, so he comes and brings this boatload of all these Christmas presents and nothing for my other son, which is not his responsibility. But I felt bad saying like, "Oh, here are your Christmas presents," and I looked at my other son, and so you ain't got shit, and he's only like 11 or 12 years old. So I told him, "You ain't gonna do that shit no more, not in this house, because I have 2 kids. Now, if you want to take your son." And first off, I was floored because the man didn't ever celebrate Christmas before. But now the fucking year that we broke up, now you want to bring all these goddamn presents around and shit? Being petty. But anyways, so I told him like, look, you ain't gotta buy the same amount of presents for your son to my son, but you can spend $5 on some fucking baseball cards or a basketball or a fucking football or whatever. I'm not saying you gotta spend the same amount of money, but you can't come empty handed. And you know what? I said that to my other baby daddy too. I said, you can't come over here and just gift one of them. Again, you don't have to have the same amount. You want to give your son $300, that's fine. But I don't give a fuck if you go and buy a $5 ball to give to my kid. So at least he feels like he wasn't left the fuck out. Now, going back. So that was me in that time. But I've never demanded anything else from them. Not that they pieces of shit anyway, so I ain't got to worry about that shit no more. But going back to this baby mama and the whole McDonald's thing, I don't agree with her. Now, that situation should have been handled differently. Like, as a person or as a mom, Like I can't, like if my son is sitting there with like three of his other friends, I'm not just gonna buy food just for my kid. I'm gonna buy a big ass pizza so that they all can eat. You feel me? So like I think he was wrong in regards to like if his son was hungry, I would have been like, yo, let me pick up my son for an hour. Then you take him by himself to go eat so that nobody else is seeing that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's where I think he went wrong. You can't come up to the house and say, yo, here's your chicken nuggets, and then everybody else don't eat. Now she was a real bitch. She knew he was getting getting McDonald's. Those rest of the kids are not his responsibility. If she was a real bitch, she should have been like, yo, can you order the rest of this food and I will sell you the money, or I'll have the money when you come here so she can feed the rest of her kids if she wasn't trying to cook. But honestly, he shouldn't have showed up. I don't agree with that. Like she shouldn't have put him on blast because those other kids are not his responsibility. But he shouldn't have showed up with just this one little like I'm gonna come to a party and just show up with my one cup. You know what I'm saying? And then take from everybody. Like no, like you can't. And then these are children. I don't give a fuck if they're not his. But if you come in and you're bringing your child food, either you feed everybody or you pick up your son and go take him somewhere. Buy a pizza. You didn't even have to buy McDonald's. Like you could have went to Jewel and bought 3 frozen pizzas and then here. My kid said he was hungry. Here's 3 frozen pizzas. Feed everybody. It'll probably cost you the same fucking amount of money. Go to Little Caesars. Buy 4 pizzas. $20. Everybody in the house has been fed. She can't say shit. And I hope you get to claim the baby. She got 5. Y'all don't you know you can only claim 3. I'd have been like, bitch, give me his social. But that's my opinion. I don't know what y'all think about the whole situation. Oh, but it was lunch, and for the other kids, it was safe for him to assume that she was already making them kids lunch, so everyone is eating anyway. Again, you're dealing with a household of children. So if you see one, look, you not gonna come up in my salon and bring this motherfucker that I have in here a whole fifth or something, and you ain't bringing me nothing to drink. Like, bitch, we both drinking off of your shit. So again, there's no right way or wrong way. I think she was wrong for trying to put him on blast because if he is there for his child, she just fucked. She was just being petty. Again, I think she was harboring some feelings there because you again with this whole social media shit. Like, why even do that to him? You know what I'm saying? She could have just had a word with him and said, "Yo, everybody in this house ain't getting McDonald's, and then your one kid's gonna be singled out." You know what I'm saying? So again, I think he should have taken the child out and then had the food and then dropped him back off, hung out with him, whatever, and then jumped him back off. But I don't think that you should come to a whole house. Like, you can't come up into my house. You just seen the clip, yeah. And then and then they making all these memes. Like there was one meme where like they had like 6 dudes in the back of a pickup truck dropping off food. Like one was from Chick-fil-A, one was from Chipotle, one was from McDonald's, one was from Burger King. And then she was just like, well, where's my food at? And then all the guys started like throwing shoes at the door or whatever the fuck. So they had brought enough food for all the kids, but not for that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I just, maybe he thought it was okay. And some people will say that they think it's okay. I don't think it's okay for you to show up to, like, you can't come up to, like, if I invite you over for Thanksgiving dinner, you just gonna bring a slice of pie, or you're gonna bring the whole pie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I invited you to Thanksgiving dinner, so are you just gonna bring me one slice of pie for me, or are you at least gonna bring the whole pie so that everybody else can eat? So that's just my opinion on that. You agree with me? Don't agree with me? I don't know. But it gets a little complicated. Well, first off, he fucked up because the bitch had like a whole lot of. I don't know. That's a red side. That's a red flag for me. Like if you have like, but can you compare a holiday or milestone event to lunch on a Wednesday? Yes, yes, yes. Because you know what? They're children again. They're children. They're not grown ass people. Like if it was an adult, different story. You're talking about children. So children are always looking to see what their siblings have. I have 2 at home. So they're my 16-year-old to my 6-year-old. Like I can't bring something home to my 6-year-old and not have nothing for my 16-year-old because my 16-year-old will be looking like, see, he is your favorite. You know, you have puppies, right, Mr. Maurice? So would you buy one puppy a treat and not give one to the other puppy? Maybe it was a Wednesday and the puppy had a good day. What a dog dad you are. Horrible. He said, hell yeah. That is horrible. Horrible. So next time that you know what? Next time my family makes fucking homemade egg rolls, I'm going to go ahead and bring Christine 4 egg rolls just for her and not give you shit. How are you gonna feel? Told you don't argue with me. I got my Mortal Kombat shirt on. No, but like I said, if she knew he was bringing them, she should have been a real bitch and been like, "Yo, can you pick up such and such and such, and I will sell you the money." Like she should have paid for the mother kids. I'm saying like she should have paid. Like if her other children wanted McDonald's or wanted them not to feel left out about the shit, she should have been like, "Yo, can you pick up, 3 other cheeseburgers, fries, and whatever?" And if he ain't have it, yo, I will sell you the money, or I'll have the money when you come here. If you was already going to the restaurant. I feel like if you was a real bitch, that's the shit that you would have did. Then your child would have been left out. The other kids would have been eating, and it wouldn't even be a situation. But for her, I think it's wrong for her to make him feel like he was obligated to do it. That was wrong. But he shouldn't have thought that that was okay for you to come up into the crib with this just for your kid, and the rest of them are just looking at him like, well, we want McDonald's too. Because that's what children are going to do. That she should have asked him to pick up the rest of them. Right. She should have. And she should have paid for the shit. If he didn't have it, like, yo, I only got $20 on me, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, you know what? Either here, that's like I said, like, then pay for the rest of the food. Or just said no. Like, if you can't bring food for, again, I don't agree that he's obligated to pay. That I will say wholeheartedly, like, no, it's not his obligation, but to show up at the house with just that and the rest of the kids are just looking like, no, like I said, he should have took him out and then go and do that. And that's actually important for them to do that and feel separated and equal. Because I will say, so since my kids went out of town and they were separated, I realized that my oldest son, even though like he's older, he's 16, he has his own friends, he has his own life and whatever, but that motherfucker need mommy time too. You know what I'm saying? So we went to the movies. I done took him to a Cubs game. We went golfing the other fucking day. And you know what I'm saying? Like I realized that he needs those moments. So I paid attention. And so because my little one is 6, so he's gonna need more of my attention, right? And I always tell them, like, you know what, when you were 6, Mo, you didn't have to compete with nobody. You was by yourself. Nas is 6, but he has to compete with you for my attention. So that's different. But he doesn't get it as he's 16, but he's still a kid. So now I realize that I still can have my moments with both of my children, but I also have to take time and have moments with just him, moments with just Nas, so that they can still feel special in their own, and then not feel jealous amongst each other. But I think that's a sibling thing. But again, if you can't buy if don't bring the kids no food at the crib. You're not gonna bring my mama, so my brother can't come to my house and bring my mama no food and then not bring me nothing. We gonna have a fucking problem. I won't open the door. I'm just saying. All right, so we gonna get off that subject because we can be talking on that for days. So I am going to go ahead and bring on my guest so we can get into this whole gloves are off. Gloves are off. So we can get into this whole little dating thing. So I am going to bring on my girlfriend. Let me move my ass over. My girlfriend Stephanie and my girlfriend Cassandra. Hey, girl.
Wow.
Nice to see you. It's been a long
You
time.
too. It's been forever.
Forever.
Can you hear me?
Now I ain't got to be like this. I thought we was going to have to be cheek to cheek. Like, we got to get out the space. So thank you for joining. I mean, I've known Cassandra. I think I've known you guys about the same amount. I might have known you a little longer. So I went I went to beauty school with Stephanie.
Okay.
And then I met Cassandra working at the salon in Chicago. So it was right around the same time.
Okay, yeah.
So she worked at Sugarfly when I was working at Sugarfly. Yeah,
I went there a couple times.
and we became. Then her ass
Yes.
moved to fucking Texas with them Texan boys.
Yeah. Now I'm trying to get out.
You gonna leave?
I don't know. The cost of living is, I mean, I know it's crazy everywhere, but I mean, just being in Texas alone and a Republican state, I don't want to get started on all that, but I don't know. Considering, yes.
But I give you props. So I've always given you props because she's originally from Ohio, and she moved to Chicago. Now she's down in Texas, all on her own. Like no, like she's solo dolo out in these streets, man.
Yes.
I'm so glad I got children because my ass would have like. I get in
Then
trouble
everyone-
now. I might have gotten in a lot more trouble if I was solo dolo. Lord have the children. But thank y'all ladies for coming on the show so we can get into
Thank
the
for
bullshit.
having
You actually
us.
inspired the show.
Me? Oh,
Yeah,
right.
she actually inspired the show. So this is Stephanie is one of the girls that I did the Muddy Bash run with.
That's right.
So when I was hearing you and Brenda talk, and Brenda was like hiding from the dude that she just ghosted, that's when I was like, ideas.
Yeah.
And then that's when I had the idea of doing the show, like from a male perspective. And then I was like, well, I can't do a show just showing the dude side, and we have to like give them some input.
There's two sides to every story.
No, there's three. There's your side, my side, and the truth.
And the truth.
Right?
That's true.
So dating. Are you dating? Are
I'm dating. I'm on a few dating apps. I haven't really met anyone face to face. I feel like guys are afraid to like go for it and ask me out. I don't know why. The conversation, we'll talk daily, but then nobody really tends to
have the initiative?
Yeah, take the initiative. I feel like I always have to, or
I
don't like that.
I won't do it.
Yeah.
If you not like, if they're not saying, yo, let's go here, I did it one time and I will never do that shit again.
Now, mind you, I've had a few people, we'll set a date and we'll plan to go out, but they never follow through. I wait until the day before to see if they confirm, and they don't. So I'm like, if they don't talk to me, I guess we're not going out. So I make other plans.
What about you, Cassandra?
I'm not dating for that very reason. You're not gonna what you doing me to death. Like you're not gonna keep texting me like, what are you doing? What's going on? Unless you have like something to do. Like
good morning.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I like the good. I like the texts of the good mornings and all of that. Like because that makes me feel like you're thinking about me.
That's true.
But then it makes me think like, what line was am I number 1, number 4, number 10? You know what I'm saying? Like how many good morning texts did you send out this morning, motherfucker?
That's true.
Exactly.
Because I can tell you, you're number 2, you're number 4, you're number 5. 5-man roster.
I think after a week of texting, I think it's good for 2 people to meet. After more than a week, it's a turn off for me. I can't do that.
Yeah,
I'm not looking for a pen pal. I need face-to-face.
Are you scared on the apps, like to meet people personally? Like, are you scared, like when you're on the apps and then like you meet up with them? Like, does that? Are you cautious about that?
Cautious because I do feel like there's catfishes out there. So I try to be cautious for sure. But
video chatting,
I try to, yes.
And if they don't,
I guess depends on. Like for instance, right now I'm kind of talking to this guy who's in the military and he can't face chat. So of course I think maybe it's just an excuse. To me. But then I'm like, well, maybe that's true.
Right. It's like
so you gotta tread lightly.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, for sure.
Always. Yeah, no, I give them a week or so if we have constant conversation.
Yeah.
But if you not ask me for my phone number at this point, like I'm not even.
That's also a turn off when guys ask you for your social media instead of your number. Such a turn off.
Like if you don't want they'll ask like, do you have WhatsApp or do you have Kik or whatever? And I'm like, bitch, if you're not giving me your real phone number, I'm not fucking with you. What you trying to hide? Because I'm gonna Google your number.
I don't know, because when I've been on apps before, like I've asked for social media just to kind of see like if this is really them, even though they can go make up a fake, Instagram or whatever the case is. But sometimes I do ask just for the social media to make sure it's them. But I also want to FaceTime you. Like I want to see you.
I want both
on FaceTime.
I'm okay with the Instagram,
yeah, like I want both
pictures and more show their lifestyle. But Snapchat is a little iffy.
Snapchat, they're just trying to get some booty.
Yeah, everybody on
I'm for that,
Snapchat
but I also want
I don't
conversation.
care what nobody says. I don't trust anybody on Snap. I don't care.
See, like they can't. You
I think it's
like
all
a bitch like me. You can't really like. I mean, I think you can get a feel for me on my social media, but like you can't. Like I will fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? Because like I will be like, I love you 1 minute, and then I'm a ratchet in the streets. Like woo, you know, it's hot girl summer, and then I'm like, oh my god, I want a boyfriend. I want to get married. And what you're like. My social media will fuck you the fuck up.
You gotta be able to handle multiple
me
personalities.
too. Because I might make you think I'm deep one day and I'm ratchet the next day. Like you'll be like, "Who the girl is this?" So yeah, you would know from my social media.
Everything in one.
But I tell people like I'm one of my thing. I'm like, you gotta handle me with caution. Motherfuckers don't understand that shit, and I'd be like, if you knew me,
you would know.
You know what I'm saying? And then like, no, like there was this one dude. He gave me his phone number, and then he good morning me to death. And I even actually told him like, what are we doing? Like I took the advice from Al and was just like, I'm gonna tell you what the fuck you're doing wrong, honey. So I was like, what are we doing? Like, cause we've been talking for I don't know some weeks now. I don't know, lost track and shit.
Yeah.
And all I know about you is that you graduated from some fucking class. And I even took the initiative, like, hey, I owe you a celebratory drink. And then he's like, oh, that sounds cool. Okay, whenever you're ready.
You let me know.
You let me know. Okay.
Crickets.
Yeah, like, what are we doing? Like, and then I told him, like, I don't know, like, we good morning, sex so mediocre. Right. Very
they
much.
are.
Like, I like when they be like, bitch, did you eat? You need me to send you some DoorDash? Like, that means you love me.
I love
DoorDash me some shit.
Let's go eat.
You know, and shit, they got liquor fucking deliveries too. You really want to put it?
Okay.
You want to
Exactly.
You know, there's other
Send me
ways.
a bottle.
You know what? If you can send me a bottle, bitch, you go right up to number one. You will be my first good morning.
Right up that ladder.
Motherfuckers, take notes, motherfuckers. Take notes. No, I'm just.
No, but seriously, please do. It's a must.
Just saying. And I'm not that fucking cheap ass liquor either. FYI.
That part.
FYI. No, so like, can I ask like how long? You guys don't have to answer, but like, how long have you been single?
I've been single for a year and a half now.
For a year and a half.
Yeah.
Coming out of a serious relationship or like a bullshit relationship?
Coming out of a serious relationship.
Okay.
Which I guess turned into a bullshit relationship, but you know,
always happens.
Won't get into that.
What about you, Cassandra?
Right before COVID.
So 2 years. 2 years ago.
March. It's been 2 years. Yep. Okay. March of 2020.
So I don't know. Like I hate when people ask me like, how long have you been single for? I'm like, okay, well technically, like I had a boyfriend for like 1 month. So for the month of November of last year, I had a boyfriend for 1 month. Okay. And then that ended really. He had some like mental issues that I couldn't deal with. So I had walked away from that. But prior to that, it's been 4 years. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad that you walked away versus trying to fix them. Because you can't fix everybody.
I learned, so this is something that I have learned in the process of, and granted, I've been single for 4 years, but that's by choice. Mm-hmm. Not that, whatever. But, like, that is by choice. Because, like, I am not trying to, like how I just say, like, before I fell in love with the potential of what I thought they could be. Mm-hmm. Not who the fuck they were showing me that they are. So I realized when people show you who they are, believe it.
Believe it. I learned my lesson too. You're gonna learn more than one lesson in your lifetime, and I keep learning them as I go.
Every fucking day. Mm-hmm. Especially now, like with social media or with like the dating apps, like like even just going outside, like when I'm outside and a person talks to me, like, or starts, like, I don't even know they're flirting with me. Like, wait, hold on, text me, because I don't know that they're flirting with me in real person. I don't know what that is right now. Like, what?
And
Like because
that's why I don't like dating apps or like text, because you really don't get to know the person, like, and you can't understand like someone's, kind of takes like between like with the text. And then with dating apps, I just feel like people aren't really who they are. Like behind a computer, behind like an app, like you can be anybody you want to be. Like you can make yourself to be so grand or whatever the case is. Like I just don't trust them. That's why I don't really like dating apps
I
anymore.
don't I tread carefully with them only because I'm like I need to speak to you.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're not trying to give me your phone number soon after we were messaging, then I'm already like okay, I think you're on bullshit. But I'm a nosy motherfucker, so I keep going because I want to see what kind of bullshit you're on. That's where I fuck up bad. That's my toxic
Sometimes
trait.
I'm bored. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm bored just entertaining.
So I'd be like,
Just because I'm
why
bored.
he say he doing this, but I don't ever see it. So now I'm just gonna stick around just to see if I can see it. I'm not really fucking with you, but I'm just gonna stick around so I can see the bullshit that you're gonna be on. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Exactly.
or like, if you don't want to FaceTime me, like the conversation can be one thing, but if you want to FaceTime me, like, or second, like, inviting me to your house is not a first date.
No, please don't invite people to your house. I would never go. I can't.
Or my house.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't invite yourself.
Like I just had a dude like I don't know I can't even remember what the fuck we were talking about. And he's just like, well, I can pick up a bottle of wine and come over.
I don't know you.
Who the fuck invited you to my house? First off, my house is off limits because of my children. He's like, well, what about my house? And I was like, you got AC because it's hot as fuck outside. But I was just like, no, I didn't. I just now I'm just gonna fuck with you, which is a horrible trait of mine. So now I'm gonna fuck with you because now you sound stupid. So I even try to give him like an extra like out, like, okay, how about we go somewhere, meet somewhere in public, and have some drinks, and then see what the night see how the night goes. He hearted it.
Didn't reply?
A heart. I got a fucking heart. The fuck is a heart? So
no plan, no initiative.
Yep.
He was just trying to get the goodies.
Just trying to hit it and quit it.
Females be hosting on the first date. Huh?
What do you mean by that?
What you gotta elaborate, cuzzo. Females be hosting on the first date. No. So I also come in regards to females and for like men, like women still like gentlemen. We still like chivalry, like opening the doors.
Yes, please.
Pulling out a chair.
Being romantic.
You might pull out the chair for me, but like I know I'm a big bitch and you probably can't push me in. I can scoot. I can do this. Don't worry. I can scoot in. But
Right,
at least
scoot ourselves.
at least attempt, like hold my big ass in place while I scoot. You know what I'm saying? Like at least attempt to do the shit. We still like flowers, both kind, edibles preferably on my part.
Or notes left on the bedside, anywhere, anything like that, anything romantic.
Like we still like, I don't know. What about you? You like romantic guys? Like I think some guys don't think that women like that. But I feel that the resentment you all share about social media dating apps is pretty prevalent. Would you say that you prefer the more traditional way of meeting someone before the social media?
I would
say so. Yes. Just because you don't know these days with social media, like you said before, they can put up a front and we just don't know.
I say both.
I don't know.
I say both. I like both of them because I feel like sometimes when they're in person, right, and they're trying to talk to you again. I'm horrible. Like when somebody's trying to flirt with me, I don't see that they're flirting with me because I don't. It just doesn't. Like let's think you move. I'm like, oh, he's trying to get my attention. I'm just joking, but no, like I like both of them. I think and I also depends on my time.
Okay.
Because I'm not out like that, and if I'm out, I'm with my children. So I don't know. Like I don't like if a man were to come up and talk to me and I'm with my kids. Okay. Do you? If you're with your daughter,
no, don't come talk to me and I'm with my daughter. If I don't know you, no.
Slip me a note, maybe. I don't know.
I don't have kids, so I don't mind. Like I don't mind you approaching me. Plus, I feel like I can, like not that I can read everybody, but I can feel like I can I can read you a little better in person than I can even just FaceTiming or even just being on the phone. Like when we're in person, I can kind of tell how you are a little better than I think I can via apps or like social media.
I think the only good side about apps and social media is you can reach a much bigger crowd. Other than that, I think I'd rather
Right.
meet someone
In person.
in person.
Right. I agree.
Right. And the thing
Now-
too is I don't go out a lot. Like I'm in the house more so now, so that's the reason why like I even try to use apps or like social media because I'm not outside like I used to be. So
would you guys
that
be
it's hard to
open?
meet people.
So would you guys be open to like, you know how like during COVID people were doing like dating, so what, FaceTime dating or whatever, like watching a movie together on the thing, or like cooking while they're like there or whatever.
I think I'd try that just because you're not just exchanging words and you don't see the face. Here you actually see the face and doing stuff you would actually do if you were in person together.
Like, cause I did something similar. Like, so B-side had that wine dine and go live where I went on a blind date.
I remember that
on social media where like we had food, I had some drink, and then we were supposed to like converse. Which I mean, that didn't turn out too well. But I made a good friend out of that. You know what I'm saying? But like, I mean, because at that time it was COVID, so nobody could. So I'm like, now that we are being able to get out, but I don't know if that's still like not a bad option. I don't know if I watch a movie together. I probably like eat. Yeah.
There's this girl on social media that's actually did that through quarantine.
I'll probably fall asleep.
Made it big. I follow her on social media. I think she lives in New York or something.
She watches movies.
Well, she was dating via FaceTime.
Oh.
I guess she made it big or whatever. I mean, it was good.
I don't know. I wouldn't watch a movie because I normally fall asleep, and then I don't know if I want that date to just be like I try to keep my snoring and my farts to myself for at least the third date.
Definitely me.
Because I don't know what happens when I'm sleeping,
I don't want to scare you, right? I don't want to scare you off jump.
With my face all on the shit, like, no, man. I really don't show people when I pull my nose hairs out. My mom's like, you have no shame. And I'm just like, I didn't think about it. So after I posted it, I'm like, ooh, there's a booger on there and everything. That was helpful. I mean, but it feels better. I can breathe. I don't have the little shh. My shit gets long. I don't know. Like, we won't talk about my nose hairs.
So you waxed it.
That's why I waxed the shit out of it. You know why? Because, like, okay. So I'm, like, not a hairy motherfucker, but I'm getting old. I got a little mustache. And I feel like if I can go like this, and I can feel the hairs, I gotta trim them, bitch. Like, I don't want them, like...
That's me with my chin.
I don't want them into my mustache.
That's my chin. Like, they come everywhere. I'm like, what is this? And then I see gray ones. I was like, oh, no.
Like, we want to be taken out because you don't understand the preparation it takes for us to get to what you see on social media pictures. You feel me?
It takes a lot.
Like, that, like, you know what? But I will send the motherfucker picture with my hair up in a bun, with no makeup on, and say, yo, this is what I look like 80% of the fucking time. Is this
what you like?
Right. This is what you go see in the morning. This is what you go see at 4:00 in the afternoon. And the pictures that you might see on social media where I'm all like...
You know what? I actually did that recently for the first time. I sent someone a picture of me with no makeup on. I was nervous sending it at first.
Really?
But I mean, he ended up liking it, so kudos to me.
Right. I think as women we put more pressure on ourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
Because from what I heard the last time, like filters, smiling, you gotta smile more. I be looking mean, and people be thinking like I'm joking. Because like when they ask you like, so what do you like? Like that's that one question. Other than like what do you like to do for fun? How the fuck do you answer that question? I'm like,
I hate getting asked that question.
I say drink and do drugs. And they're like, LOL. I'm like, I'm so serious right now.
But for real, what do you like to do
for real? Fun? I like to drink and do drugs. And they're like, oh.
Maybe I'm the reason why I'm single. Like, maybe it's not the men.
Our phones off limits when you're on the date.
Yes. Especially the first date. I don't want to see you on your phone. I won't be on my phone. I think that's rude. You're meeting someone for the first time. I think you guys should try to get to know each other. I mean, when you guys get more comfortable, then that's
y'all be having these little iPhone things, so y'all can check your phone, but you're like...
It's true. It's true. I have my watch on, but I say no phones. No phones.
No, I agree. Like if you have your phone out,
I agree. Unless you tell me it's like an emergency, he has kids and he has to, reach out to
Right.
them for whatever the
But
case
like
is.
if you
But
have
in
your
this case,
phone
I say
out
no.
and it's just out, then I'm looking. Are you having your phone this way or are you having your
Me
phone
too.
this
Me
way?
too. If it's face down,
That
I'm an asshole. Why would I have
that
the phone
one.
down there? We paying attention,
Right. If you
motherfuckers.
watch him put
Put
the
your
phone
phone
down
like
like this
this.
every
Put your
time.
phone like
I
this.
may not know anyone who's texting you or calling you, but I want to see it face up, not face down.
See, I see, but I normally always put my foot. I always put my phone down, just naturally.
See, I only put my phone down when I don't want people to see who's calling me or texting me.
So I keep my phone in my purse though. But yeah, no, I don't. I agree. Like now, if he's just checking in and whatever, but now if he's sitting there like this and I'm trying to talk to you, bitch, we got problems.
I might just get up and leave.
Right.
Don't be on your phone.
No, I'm gonna drink a few before I leave.
Like,
I'm gonna be like,
Right,
can I
we
get
gonna
a bubble shot? Whatever the fuck. I'm gonna have a few drinks and maybe an appetizer, and then I'll be like, I gotta go to the bathroom,
And then I'm gonna go.
and then I'm gonna go. My list will be here
in 5 minutes.
I'm gonna get this meal though. I'm gonna get this meal.
Because you were rude, like I had all like you. But okay, so like, when you're out, so I just had a gentleman that hit me up on Snapchat. Originally, I don't know him, whatever. It turns out they were both from the Chicago area, and we were having a great conversation, like good conversation. It was great, but a good conversation. You were asking me not sexual questions, just whatever.
That's a plus,
right?
What happened?
And then about 15 minutes passed, and then he sends me a picture of his private
Of his penis.
in underwear.
I knew it.
It was in underwear, so it wasn't like the raw your dicks.
No, see that.
But it was still in his underwear, and he was like, "You think you can handle this?" And I was like, "Well, in my head, that's how he sounded." And then I was just like, again, I took notes from the last time I did the show, and I said, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, again, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like." And I told him, like, you just messed up because we are having an awesome conversation, and you just sent me that pic, and his excuse was like, "Oh, well, I was just I wanted you to see."
See, I think
there's never a time when
guys that they shouldn't do that. Unsolicited dick pics, no thank you. I don't want to.
Now, if we were having a conversation, and then he asked me, "Do you want to see?" And I was like, "Okay, let me see." That's different.
That's a different story.
But if you're just gonna sit there, but you know what? The red flag was like he told me how much he made in the year, and I didn't even ask him how much. But that's just that's also for me. Like I will tell people, I'm like, what do you do for a living? I'm a hairstylist, which is what I do. But I won't tell them, oh, I own a hair salon.
Right.
It's my hair salon. Like I won't tell motherfuckers that shit.
I don't want to hear bragging.
I'm a hairstylist. Now, later in conversation, if you find out that I actually own the motherfucker, okay, because I don't want them. I don't know. I guess it's like I don't want them judging me.
Right.
I won't judge a guy whether he makes 40 a year or 100 a year. Like, honestly, it doesn't matter to me. My thing is like, can you take care of yourself? Can you get to work and feed yourself and have a roof over your shoulder and pay your cell phone bill by yourself? Because I honestly don't need you to take care of me. I would like for you to want to take care of me.
Can you take care of you?
But I don't need you to take care of me. Is that what you say? I didn't hear you, Cassandra.
I was saying the same thing. Like, can you take care of you?
Oh, she's breaking up. I don't know what she said, but
Hello?
Cassandra, you're breaking up a little bit. Hold your drink up. Maybe that'll help.
But yeah, unsolicited dick pics are a no-go. I've gotten so many of those. I literally called one of my friends, was like, "Do I have the word to send me your dick pics on my forehead?" Right. I've been getting so many. I'm like, why? It's instantly a turn off for me.
Or no, my thing is just
not do that.
Come to my house.
Like, yeah, right away.
I'm a big bitch. You gotta feed me first, at least. Shit, feed me and get me drunk.
Something.
Give me a reason, so I have a reason to make bad decisions. I don't want to leave my house knowing I'm making a bad decision. What the fuck? No, but my thing is would you prefer to drive or would you want a gentleman to pick you up if you were going on a date?
No, I would meet the person first. I wouldn't want the person to know where I live or pick me up. After a certain amount of dates, then yeah, I would like to get picked up if I'm moving on with this guy. But no, I'd meet up with the person.
What about you, Cassandra?
I'm driving.
You're driving? Yeah, me too.
So I don't know what crazy person I'm gonna meet.
Barely.
Yeah,
or
I'm
if I
driving.
need to escape, if the conversation goes left, who knows?
Yeah, I feel weird. I had a guy pick me up before.
How'd that go?
I almost went to jail because he was weird. He was fucking weird. He was like driving by the factories. I'm like, where the fuck are you going?
See, this is a prime example.
I was like,
Drive yourself.
where the fuck are we going? And it was around here, you know, and I'm like, where in the hell? Why are we by the factories?
Oh my god.
I said, bitch, don't make me cut you. I'm from the streets. Like, I will fight. I was like, you skinny.
I'm stronger than you.
I'm stronger than you. But no, I mean, he just drove by there. Nothing happened, you know, but he was weird. And I was just like, I would never do that again, ever.
Where did you guys end up going?
By the park down the street from my house, just to talk. Okay. That was it. So I was like, all right, fuck it. You know, you're in the area. I'll come outside for a minute. Then when you got, I'm like, okay, you want to ask me? Because it's my area. Like, where the fuck are you going?
Right.
And then he's like, oh, look at the factories are right here. Maybe we can park in the corner.
Negative. No.
You can't afford me.
In no corner.
You can't afford me, bitch. I'm just no, but no, yeah, he was weird. I was like, I'm not doing that shit ever again.
No, but you're not.
Huh? I'll drive myself to my own death. You don't have to fucking pick me up.
You said you were just playing. No, but you're not.
What's a good first date? Where y'all going? What y'all doing? Tell us what makes it good. Alcohol. Anything with alcohol is for me. I always say, like, I'm open to everything. Like, anything that has alcohol and company, we can fucking go bowling, pool, darts, axe throwing, whatever the fuck. I'm open to all of the shit. We can even just go to the lake and have some drinks and talk.
That's true. But alcohol doesn't always have to be involved, for me at least. Anything fun is good. You can just go to a coffee shop, restaurant, anything, any activity.
I like.
You're breaking up, Cassandra. Okay, what did you say? Oh, she'll come back in. No, I can't do coffee. Well, maybe tea.
Well, I'm a coffee drinker, so yeah, for sure.
So daytime dates are good for you.
I would love. I've never been on a daytime date.
No?
It's always been in nighttime, which is not bad.
I'm trying to think. Come back, Cassandra. Just log back in. I'm trying to think. Oh, okay. I'm trying to think. I did go out during the day when we were drinking.
Alcohol is always involved.
But I like alcohol. I do.
So do I.
And then you know what? I judge people off of like
what they drink.
No, not really, because I'm picky about I'm bougie when I drink certain things. But like, if we go somewhere, and because I shared that story where the guy was just like, well, let's meet up at the park, and then he said, I'll bring some brews and champagne, and I said, well, I don't drink that shit, and then he was just like, okay, well, you bring what you're gonna drink, and I'll bring what I'm gonna drink. What? Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. He's like, oh. Well, if you're going to respond like that, then I'll just pick something up when I'm at the store. That's still a negative because you still didn't ask me. No, I didn't.
Oh.
He still asked me. I'm like, you still didn't ask me what I wanted.
Right.
And I'm sorry. Like, I'm a drinker. So, like, if you bring up, and I had this discussion with one of my other guy friends, where he was like, the guy, like, I went out to hang out with this one guy. And we were just hanging out. Okay. Nowhere, like, not a date, but we were hanging out. He's like, do you want something to drink? And I said, yeah. I said, I drink Henny. He said, okay. So he brought me a pint. And then he had 2 cups. And I said, oh, I thought this was for me. What are you drinking? He's like, asshole, that's for us. I'm like, oh,
well, he didn't know she can drink. That's why.
This ain't going to last. Oh, yeah, he knew right away because then soon after that, we went to go and buy another.
See, I'm glad he
So we went back and we bought a 5th at that time. He's like, look. And we killed that. And he was like, holy shit, girl. I'm like, Okay, I just ate.
She's
So
like, I'm not like
it's
these other girls. I
absorbing.
can take my liquor.
But that was all I drank. Because after that, I'm like, ooh, I need some water. But no. So I think, I mean, like, would you admit, like, do you have toxic traits about yourself? I think that's part of, I think that's part of dating
I
and
would
like,
say that I do, especially when I'm being ignored. I hate being ignored. Please don't ignore me. I feel like I'm a multiple texter. Especially if we're comfortable with each other, I will definitely text you more than 3 times. If you don't want to talk to me, tell me you don't want to talk to me, and I'll stop texting
really?
you. Yes, I don't like
so
that.
like, so if you're in a conversation, I think we had this discussion before because somebody called me rude.
Okay.
So like, I will text, and then if like I'm texting or if I'm here or whatever I'm doing, and if we're in the middle of a conversation, I will put my phone down and then do whatever I'm doing and then come back to the conversation and just pick up like where we left off, like no time had passed.
No.
So you're supposed to say like, yo, I'm busy, I'll be right back.
Yes, because
Really?
I don't know what the other person is doing. I'm automatically thinking you're ignoring me. And if you're ignoring me, I don't like it. If you need time to think, if you need time to yourself, that's fine. Just let me know. Communication.
Right.
That's key.
That's a big word. That's a big word.
A lot of people cannot communicate, unfortunately.
Use your words.
Yes.
I say that all the time.
That's what I say to my little kids that I nanny. Use your words when you speak. Don't whine and cry. Don't ignore. Use your words, please.
I will say that. I think I was trying to think. I thought about that word like toxic trait. Like I think one of my toxic traits where I think is like I'm very nonchalant. Like not that I don't have feelings, but because you do have a guard up,
right?
I won't get invested right away. Because I've had men, like we got along, we dated for a little while, we've gone out for a little while, and they're handsome, they got great personalities, good dudes, you know what I mean? And then they'll look at me and they'll say, and I said, what? And I mean, I consider myself a fun person, right? So it'd be like, they're like, man, you're different. I'm like, how am I different? Like, I know I'm different, but how am I different? Right. And they'd be like, by this time, other women would have been like blowing up my phone or like hanging on my neck. And I'm just like,
I can't do that.
Bitch, you ain't paying my bills. Now you was paying my rent. You was giving me some money. You invested. We got a business together. You invested in a business. Now that might be a little extra like, it's mine. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not clingy, that way. Especially if we're not a couple. I'm not clingy. I'm not texting you every day. If you're messaging me, I'll gladly message you back. Right. But I'm not gonna be the type that gets attached easily.
Like, where are you?
I know some females that do that. Yeah.
You're right.
I'm not gonna ask you 21 questions.
And even if you're my boyfriend, I
don't like that to be done to me as well if we're not together.
Hey, she's back.
She's back.
Can you hear us?
Yes. Hello.
So we had, I don't know if we're here. So we had a question like, do you have a toxic trait?
That smile said it all. Please do tell.
I know. Now I'm like, what happened?
No. I don't think I have a toxic trait. I just I like to dig though. Like, I'm gonna figure you out before you even tell me who you are. Like how you use the Snapchat and Instagram. Like I'm researching everything, so I'm gonna know like whether or not you're lying to me probably before you even tell me. Like if I ask you a question, I'm only usually asking because I already know the truth.
Right. Well,
women usually. I like that. Yeah.
Women usually, I think, we're like natural detectives. I think though.
I think so too.
Because I'll Google your phone number to be like, who's this phone number registered to?
Your phone number, your birthday.
To see what name comes up. Yes. I'm not about to get murdered by some dude.
Well, there's that joke where it's like, they were like, oh, you pick up, there was a guy in a car and then he picked up a hitchhiker.
Oh, no.
And then the hitchhiker was like, so you just pick up random people? Like, how do you know I was in a serial killer? He's like, well, what's the chances of 2 serial killers being in the car?
Oh my god. No thanks.
So I don't know. Every time I think of shit like that, like we both can't be crazy.
Maybe we are.
But you
No,
could be.
or like my mate can't be as crazy as me. So I usually like tend to like want like a calmer
Yeah.
dude. Because we both can't be bouncing off the walls. Like I can't be like and then you and then we just
Everything's just gonna go left.
literally. So I always try to like, who's paying on the first date?
Okay.
That's a bit, that question gets thrown around a lot.
Well, I don't mind going 50-50.
Nope.
But I would prefer for the male to pay.
Yeah, motherfucker asking me out, you ain't paying. I ain't paying for shit.
Exactly. You're paying for the first
I
date.
pay for my gas to get to the joint. You feel me? Like I'm not paying for nothing. Like that first date, I don't go with the expectations of paying. Now, if I choose to, like, if we went to like, let's say we went bowling, you know what I'm saying? Like I might get the first round of drinks because you paid for the bowling. That would be my choice.
Yeah.
Now I might not pay the first round. I might wait to see what you're gonna order. And if you start, acting a little funny and shit, now then I might pay the second round and some shots or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or I might pick up the food. Like, let's go to this hot dog joint. I might pay for, like, we can go to Gene and Jude's or some shit. Or, we end up at Jewtown or some shit. Baby, here's a 20. I got it. Don't worry.
Right,
but no,
right.
I go out on a date,
Usually, though, if I see that you're generous, then I'm more generous. Like, then I'm like, oh, okay, he doesn't mind paying. Then I will offer. But if I see like, don't ask me out and then expect me to split it. No, I'm not doing it.
Right.
I don't go with the intention of paying half, but I wouldn't mind. But I'd prefer for the male to pay on the first date.
I'll get out in a bad mood. I get this date ain't going. I'm texting my girl, where you at, bitch? I'll be done with this date in 10 minutes.
We about to meet up.
It's horrible. But I will tell guys, like, I'm spoiled. Like, I'm spoiled a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I get around people and personality or whatever. Now, so, like, I dated a guy that, like, when I went out, he'd be like, when you're with me, you don't ever touch your purse. Like, I went to go buy a pack of cigarettes and he threw me a 50. And I'm like, okay, like, you don't have nothing smaller, motherfucker? Like, and, but I know that's not everybody. So I don't expect that from everybody.
Right.
But if you invite me out for drinks, I don't expect to pay unless I choose to. Yeah. Dinner, bowling, or whatever the fuck. Now, if you want to go, and then you got to tell me ahead of time, like, hey, what do you call that paying 50-50 shit? I don't even know the proper name to that.
Isn't that Dutch?
Oh, going Dutch. Like, you gotta.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah. Oh. You gotta tell me before we go somewhere.
I'm probably gonna show up.
Like, I'll tell you, I ain't going. I'm horrible, but to me, it's just like, if they pay for the first date and they were being generous and whatever, I have no problem inviting you out to a comedy show and say, yo, I got the tickets, you coming with me. I'm not expecting you to pay for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a problem with taking care of that for the next time because now I see what lane you're in.
That's true.
If you ask me to go Dutch, bitch, we're friends. If you ask me to pay for half,
that's it. That's all. That's it. That's all.
You don't switch lanes, baby. You're from here to here. Like, I don't even see you like a potential future man or whatever. No, we're friends. We might be friends with benefits depending on how the rest of this night goes. But if I gotta pay for anything this night, no. So I gotta pay half of the hotel too, bitch? No. I have.
In the bag.
I ain't gonna lie. I have paid for half of the hotel, but guess what? I know what lane to put you in. Because I just wanted to test the waters. I was curious. That's another toxic trait of mine. I'd be curious. I'm nosy too. But no, like, I won't. I'll look at you different. If I have to pay for anything, I will look at you different. Like, You know what? I could have been out here by myself and not had to pay for shit.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like you go out to the
Agreed.
bar and whatever, motherfuckers will buy you drinks.
Yeah. I don't
Shit,
know.
I had bitches buy me drinks. You know what I'm saying? So like, why?
Exactly.
How long do you wait until a man you're talking to see can meet your kids? Oh, we had that question before. You
That's a
said
good
a year,
question.
didn't you?
No, I would wait as long as I can. Over a year, probably.
It depends for me.
Wow.
So it depends on the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I'm dating this guy and like let's say we become exclusive,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like I probably
But exclusive meaning you're just not seeing other people. You're not
no, we
officially
together. Like we talking about we gonna be
Okay,
together. Like
okay.
you is my motherfucker.
Okay.
Now if we get to that point, and I consider you my man and I'm your woman,
Mm-hmm.
then it'll probably be between a 3 to 6 month period at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Only because like if I bring my children around and they dislike you, I can't fuck with you.
Mm.
Like my friend CJ, who I used to date him for a brief moment, and then we just became friends, right? And even just being a male friend around their mother, he had to have a dance off with my 6-year-old.
Look at that.
Just so that he could, because he would mean mug him every time he was around. Like I would be FaceTiming with him, and Naz would come and just start making all this fucking ratchet ass noise, so that he'd be like, you know what, bro, just call me later.
Right.
So then after they had their dance off, and then my son was like, all right, we had a dance off. You're cool. So now when I would FaceTime him, he'd be like, who are you talking to? I'm like, oh, I'm talking to CJ. Okay.
Mm.
So my children like, nope, you what? You got to do something. So I feel like if you get to that point where you become a couple,
Okay.
and like we're actually talking about, you're on that lane where we're actually talking about some serious shit, and I'm fucking with you, then yeah, I would want you to meet my children because I need to make sure that chemistry is the right way. So if my children don't like you, I can't fuck with you.
Same. But I feel like I would wait longer to introduce somebody to my daughter.
Oh, that would still just be my friend though. That wouldn't be like, oh, this my man. This your baby. This your daddy. Like no. This would be like, okay, this is my friend.
I feel like your kids can pick up on stuff too. Like,
oh, yeah.
You know, like introduce, not saying that you have to wait like a whole year, but like how Jessica said, like waiting, you know, like 2-3 months, like they can pick up on this from kids and how they're interacting with person too, like whether or not this is something that you even want to keep pursuing. Because what if you wait a whole year, then they meet your kids and then they're like, we don't like each other.
Because I want them to be around them. Because like
what
happens if we go out to what happens if we go out to the zoo, right? And then like my kid, like something happens, and then like people are running, and then you just run without like picking up my kid or some shit. Like, bitch, I can't fuck with you. You done left my whole child to get trampled on or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know, and then it's like if he has kids or don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, and also if he has kids,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. Like, I would want to meet his kids before it become really serious. You know what I'm saying? Because like it has to be a blended.
That's true.
You know, because I'm getting to that age where I could date you and your son. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that part, baby. That part. Which one do I
like,
want?
Your son, you know, your son. No, I'm just playing. I'm just joking.
But are you?
But I'm not.
It's true. No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, no, but if they have, but sometimes they have older kid children.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think like you just have to make sure that it's a blended.
Make sure everything's cohesive. I get
right.
that.
At some point, because I'm not gonna sit here and wait 2 years, and then my kids are like, I don't like that man. You know, like whatever. So I'm like, or if they're not even trying to like if I bring them around and say, yo, this is my friend such and such, you know, and we go out. Let's say we go to the zoo or we go out to bowl. You know, whatever. And if I see his demeanor around my children is very selfish or his demeanor is not, he's not even trying to like have a conversation with my children, then, because at the end of the day, like, I'm not saying like you're their daddy,
right?
But you will eventually be in that, because I have a little one. Right. My children are not grown. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not 25 years old. Like,
right.
They're not going to call him daddy.
No, I'd want someone to treat my kid like if they were their own.
Well, what they say, Girl, dating sucks. My boyfriend and I almost made a year, and he just texted me 2 weeks ago that it's game over. He's out. And to be honest, I was having some doubts about
Yeah.
us, but everything seems perfect. Supposedly, he bought us tickets for a vacation too. Bitch, go on that vacation and then say, bitch, I'm out. Game over.
Enjoy yourself.
What happened? Oh, you need a charger?
Pull the door and unlock it.
Yeah, pull it and turn the knob.
Pull
Pull
it
it
towards
hard.
you.
Pull it towards you. There you go. Ooh, she opened the door. But yeah, no, look, Kat, I go on vacation and then I do all the things on vacation and enjoy myself. And then when y'all get back from vacation, you open up your T-shirt with the game over fucking sign on it and be like, how about that, motherfucker? Then he gonna text you.
So he texts.
That's what he said. That's what she said. Fuck that
I
dude.
go on vacation and meet somebody else
I wouldn't go with
on
him.
vacation.
I would. I would. I would. I sit there, have my titties hanging out and everything.
On vacation.
With a cocktail. I'll bring the bottle. Why? We partying up in this bed. Then I'm gonna give you a reason to break up with me for real, for real. You talking about you want to break up and then take me to vacation? All that seesaw shit, I don't like that.
Exactly.
I feel like at some age, at a point in your age, you know what the fuck you want. You know what the fuck you're fucking with. You know what the fuck you're looking for.
Right.
Like I didn't have that epiphany or whatever, but not too long ago. But it was just like, you know what? I want this from men. Like I'm teaching my boys to be gentlemen, to open up the car doors, to open up doors for women, to have the woman walk on the inside of the street, to do these things, so that when he starts dating or when he gets a girlfriend, she's like, oh my God, he's such the sweetest thing,
Right.
whatever. So then I started thinking, like, why the fuck can I get that shit for myself? Because we seen that. We were coming out the movies one day, and there was a couple with a daughter.
Okay.
That man went and opened the door for the daughter.
Oh, that's sweet.
Put her in the car, and then he opened the door for the wife. She waited there too. I said, bitch, I'm looking, I'm learning, bitch. I'm taking my notes. She waited, let him put the daughter in the car. Then he opened her car door. She got in the car. Then he went around and got in the car. And I said, ain't that, look at this.
I love that.
I mean, he was only like 5 feet tall, but I was like, look at this motherfucker.
Where does the height matter?
Because I don't like short guys. I like tall guys. 5'8" and above. But I'm trying to like
branch out.
open up my
Your height guide.
my height. I can't go out with somebody shorter than me. And I'm not even that tall. I'm only 5'3".
Okay.
So I said at least 5'8".
Okay.
I don't even wear high heels no more. But I want to look up. I don't want to talk to you and be able to like, look, bitch.
5'6".
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I want to be like, look. I want to have to, hit them in the belly or hit them in the knees. I don't want to have to be like, now I gotta neck chop you and shit because we looking face to face.
Come on, it's not bad.
But you're shorter than me, so you're okay. Everybody's taller than you.
That's true.
You
I'm
don't
only
have
5 feet.
I am too.
5 feet?
I'm 5 feet. So a lot of people are taller than me. It's not that hard.
I'm ready. We should do a Sippin N Trippin girls trip.
Oh, I'd love that. Somewhere hot.
That would be fun.
You can meet us. I had my cousin from Jersey meet us too. Oh, we're gonna have to put that in the works. Make my notes. Girls trip. Sippin N Trippin girls trip. No cell phones allowed. Everybody drop your cell phone in the safe, please. We gotta do this while we're all single.
I'm down.
Yes. I know other people will be
I'm
down
too.
We have to. So what advice could we last thoughts? Like what advice would you like to tell a man in regards to like what women are looking for or whatever?
No.
Take
like
initiative. Plan a date.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Take initiative. And be romantic, please.
Yes.
You want to hope that chivalry is not
I even
dead.
like
You
spontaneous.
don't even need like a whole bouquet of flowers.
No.
Like a flower is
I feel like men
much
think it
appreciated.
takes so much money to be romantic, and it doesn't even take $1 to be romantic.
Make me a sandwich, bitch. Like, I'm hungry. A sandwich and some fruit. Like,
Now, I really want. That's what I really want. I really want a chef, like that could just cook for me on a daily basis.
right.
That would be my
Right.
ideal, maybe.
Good one.
Cook for me.
Please. Oh, I would love that.
To cook for them to cook, but then you have to go to their house or a picnic.
A picnic. See, there you go. Now you're thinking.
Chirichi boards.
Ah, there you go.
Chirichi boards. Chirichi boards. Chirichi boards.
Charcuterie board.
Or charcuterie board. Dictionary
I didn't even know what you were trying to say.
See, she's bougie. She would know that shit. I just know that my niece had this
I was
shit
like, wait,
before.
what?
But that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Does it not look? I don't know how to pronounce the words.
Charcuterie.
It looks like charcuterie board. Fucking bring me some goddamn deli meat and cheese and crackers.
And take them in the Ziploc.
Bring you a Lunchable. Bring you a Lunchable.
With some pickles. I mean, I don't
The
understand.
alcohol infused.
No, but alcohol
infused
like,
pickles.
you can't bring me no plastic bottle alcohol. I will punch you. First off, I won't. I don't believe in violence. But in my head, I'll punch you. But no, like I think I honestly like for anything for the guys that are listening and that are single or whatever, I would say we're actually not that complicated.
No, not
you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of women are looking for the simplicities of happiness. They just want to feel good, like compliment them, not just say, "Hey, babe, you got a fat ass." Like, thank you, but you know what I'm saying? Like, compliment her on her outfit that she took the time to fucking get dressed,
or her nails, something small. It makes a difference. Trust me.
Pay for that nails to get done.
For all you guys saying, well, all you women just have attitudes. We don't have attitudes for no reason. We don't wake up one day and say, today I want to be a bitch. No, that's not the case.
Good fucking point. Great point. Yes.
We got attitudes, it's for a reason. Find out that reason and get it over with.
And ask questions. I always say, like, communication, right? Mm-hmm. And I always tell people all the time, like, if something is bothering you, tell me.
Yes.
Because I am not a mind reader. Nope. So I'm not, but I've seen it before where motherfuckers, dudes will ask like their women, is something wrong with you? Like, I'm fine. Mm-hmm. I'm not that bitch. I'll be like, yeah, you know what's bothering me, bitch? Let me tell you. I won't say bitch because, I don't want to.
That's me because I can't hold
be like, you know what's bothering me? This, and this, and that. Now, if I tell you what's bothering me and you continue to do this shit, then it makes me feel like you ain't really fucking with me. Like, you're not really.
Or you don't care.
You don't care. Communication is a big deal.
A very big deal. Yeah. Very big deal.
Yes. But I would say, like, in regards to, like, dating, what women are looking for, it's really, like, little things. Mm-hmm. Like, picnics. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to sit here and take her to this expensive-ass fucking restaurant, steak dinner, and all of that shit. You really don't. You know what I'm saying?
You want.
You can. I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying you don't have to, but, like, not all the dates have to be that.
No, seriously.
You know what I'm saying?
Small things truly matter.
Right. Take me to the dollar store.
Bring me home some snacks.
So crazy, bitch. I'm just joking. No, but, I'm serious shit, though. Like, it's the little things, like, flowers. We still like flowers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Chocolate. I'll take candy all day. Like, find out what my favorite candy is. Yes. Bring me a bag of that shit. Hey, babe, did you eat? You want some lunch?
Yes, I want some lunch.
Dinner.
That's a big one.
That's a great one.
Or hey, just make sure I got home safe. Make sure I got home safe.
Yes, daytime dates. Please.
You know what I'm saying? Like, daytime dates. Like, how about, can we go and have breakfast?
Or brunch is fine.
Yeah, I love brunch.
Same difference.
In regards to communicating, please don't sugarcoat stuff. And we don't speak in code. Say exactly how you feel when you feel it. Please.
I'm trying to think what else.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
And the cleanliness of your shoes does matter. I'm just gonna
and your body.
And your body, yes.
And your body.
Shower.
Yes.
Trim
smell good.
Smell good. Yes. I always sniff. Like
Me too.
yes,
I
you have to
always
smell
do.
good.
Yes.
And I think that's
I'll
really-
remember the scent, and I'll continue to sniff.
Yes, this is true. That all matters.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I think we pretty
And
much
just be a
covered
man
it.
that can take, like you said earlier, be able to take care of yourself. Like,
Right.
can you handle you? Like, let me make sure that, like, let's see that you can do that first.
Yeah, because I don't want you sitting over here trying to be nice to me. Took me out on a date and we all whatever. And the next thing you know, you like, oh, yo, can I borrow $100? No, bitch, you cannot. And don't get me wrong, I did it before and I learned my motherfucking lesson then. I said, no, bitch, we're not doing that shit again. No.
I'm too old for that. I'm too old for that now.
I
Yeah,
was trying
that
to
was
be
when I was
nice. You
younger.
know what I'm saying? Like, I
Right.
had it. You seemed like you needed it.
See, me too.
And then I did it, and I thought I was going to get my money back. No, bitch.
And you don't ever see him. You don't ever see him. No, I'm not doing
Oh,
that.
I see him, and then I ain't got no shame because I still see you. Like, but you owe me. Like, like I think
That's even more bold.
That is a bold. That's even just people. Like, those are some bold ass people when they know they owe you money and they still out here. Like, bitch, give me. I'm trying to catch the shit that you owe me, motherfucker. What?
And they're all.
And then want to know why you got an attitude with him.
OMG. Yes, no. Don't ever ask a woman for any money. But I think women shouldn't also ask, because I've seen that before.
No, I would never.
Where there's been women that, what was the going rate? $40 or some shit? Like, they would ask her, like, they would sit there and have a conversation, go out, whatever, and then they'll be like, oh, I'm kind of short on my rent, or I'm kind of short on my rent bill. Like, a real woman
Like,
won't
just
do
meeting
that.
them?
Huh?
You seen women do that just meeting someone?
Yeah. The men have told me that that's what they've done. I'm like, bitch, you better get your OnlyFans going or some shit. Do something.
Go on a feet finder.
Finder. Shit, I'm about to get on that bitch. Let me show you my toes, motherfucker. I'll make the big one wiggle for you.
I hear you make good money on there. You should try it out.
Hey, you only show your feet.
Exactly.
Hey, that's the third avenue I need. Let me make some money. You like big woman feet? I keep my toes together. Don't worry. I've dated a few men with foot fetishes. Those are the best.
I've never.
You've never?
Never.
I have.
What's that like?
It's great.
I don't like
give you
when men
the
are
best
obsessed with my
foot
feet.
massages ever. Now, I mean, not to the extreme, but they did have foot fetishes.
Okay.
They will pay for your pedicure.
I like that.
I'd be like, baby, you paying for the pedicure. You can even pick the color. Pick a color. Don't worry. But when I tell you they give you the best foot massages.
Oh, I love a good massage.
I don't know if the rest of their body work, but that foot, their hands work on them feet, boy. Now, if it goes a little past that, I'd be like. But yeah, no, I did. It depends. I don't know. You know.
Not bad. Maybe I should
I'm
try
not gonna
sometime.
judge. I'm not gonna judge whatever fetishes you got. Whatever fetishes you got.
Oh my God! Speaking of fetishes,
Oh,
I just don't like my toes sucked. That's why I don't like foot fetishes. Like men who have foot fetishes. I don't want you to suck them. I don't want you sucking my toes. Like, that's why I don't like men who have foot fetishes.
well, it depends.
No, thank you.
Now, if I had just got out the shower and I know my fucking feet or toes are clean,
No.
then put them in your
Clean.
mouth.
No.
If I've been walking around in sandals all day, I don't care. Stick my toes. Stick my toe in your mouth. That's okay.
Please don't.
It might not
I
do
still
nothing
don't
for
want
me, but if it does something for you, then whatever. But again, I have to like be freshly out the shower. Now, if I've been running around all day and I have my feet out, and then you try to put my dirty ass feet in your mouth, no, bitch. Like, no, we have
Why
problems.
not? To each their own.
No, that's like licking a dirty booty. Like, I don't like booty. I'm just saying. I don't do that shit. I'm just saying. Like, I don't understand that shit. We won't get into that discussion, but I don't know why that's even a thing nowadays.
Yeah,
I know.
You fetish? Yeah, I try not to judge people on their fetishes because everybody likes. Like, I'm a thigh girl. Like, I like men with thighs.
Really?
Yeah. You don't have to have a big ass booty.
I don't know.
But I like a muscular thigh.
I don't want no butt or thighs on my man. I don't want butt or thighs.
No, I've dated a guy that was like this skinny, and his arms looked like his legs. So I didn't want.
I don't want him to be a stick either, but not like that.
I mean, it don't have to be people. Like his thigh can be bigger than my thigh.
No, it can't be bigger.
But I like a muscular thigh. I has to like if I see like a nice muscular thigh, I'd be like,
I don't know about that.
I'd be like, hey,
Yeah,
my name's
either.
No, I like a muscular thigh.
But my fetish story.
Oh, your fetish story.
Somebody messaged me on a dating app saying that they have some crazy fetishes. I'm like, okay, what are some of your fetishes? He tells me, I want the woman that I love, the woman who I'm going to be with the rest of my life, I want that person to fuck my best friend while I watch. That was his fetish.
I'd be like, what's your best friend look like? What's your friend look like?
That was the end of that conversation for me.
Yeah.
No thanks.
There's a lot of different things out there.
That was too much for me.
Yeah,
Catch me on the
right.
I couldn't be with you and that be your fetish. Like if I was just out here having some fun, you want a motherfucker to watch, I'd be like,
that's a different story.
But not somebody I'm fucking with. Like no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that anyway.
That wasn't.
But let me see a picture of your friend.
That was a little too much.
Let me just talk to him anyway.
Right. I mean, why you even gotta be in the room? I give you a peephole. No, I've talked to, I haven't met them, but I talked to some men with some, and some of them like some down low shit, and I'd be like, okay, that is not like, no.
So even that was too much.
That was way too much for me. Like, whoa! And it's funny because he's still like a Snapchat friend, so I kept him as a Snapchat friend. And like every so often, I'm like, bitch, I remember what you told me 2 years ago.
I forget.
I drink a lot, but I would not forget that story. Hell the fuck no.
I can only
and
imagine.
That was. I like again. I try not to judge people on whatever they like to do and whatever the fuck. But there's some things that I personally just like. If it make me squinch up my nose like this, like
then it's too nasty.
It's too much for me. And I think I'm pretty open, but if I do that shit, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
All right. I think we gave people enough information. Kat, we're gonna talk about this girls trip. Any last words? Any parting words, Cassandra, that you'd like to tell the peoples?
No, just be real. Be who. Oh, I've had that too. Like I dated a guy for almost a year. Found out that he was not who he said he was. Like name was fake. ID that I saw was fake. So like, just be real.
Get the fuck out.
Please be authentic.
Yes.
Okay, let me see your ID.
Even but he had ID. That was what made it even more crazy.
Fake.
In the fake name.
I would have been like, let me get that social too.
Oh shit, that's fake too.
Yes. Right, you need the social nowadays.
If you gonna use it too.
Oh my god, no.
You need the social, the CPN. You need it all. You need everything.
Like I be telling dudes off the bat, like, look, I'm a nice person, but I have a lot of ratchetness ways about me.
I can be a bitch if you want me to be.
You know, I mean, I think that's any woman, but I think like, I mean, I don't know, like I think I look, presentable sometimes. But I don't think so, like, because like some dudes look at me and they look at this Spanish girl, right? Not knowing that I'm this loud ass person, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm that person too.
Right.
I'm not like from 63rd Street or nothing like that. Not that I have anything about the girls from 63rd Street. Cassandra been out here in Chicago, she know. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm not that way, but because I've had guys where they were like, oh, I didn't know.
I didn't know you were like that.
But they get surprised. Yeah, like, oh, she's that rah-rah.
Like, look, I have another thing now. I'd be like, look, watch my podcast. Y'all want to get to know me? That's who the fuck I am. If you can deal with that, then you can deal with it.
You can ask me out.
Okay, we can go out and hang out and have a good time. Don't worry. That's my outlet.
Yes, I agree. Please be real, be authentic, be romantic.
Yeah.
Give us women hope. Chivalry is not dead.
It isn't.
Please.
I think like, but we appreciate it though.
Yes, very
You know
much
what I'm
so.
saying? Like, so I think sometimes, I think what happens is that they give it to the wrong women. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's these guys, and it's the same thing with women. Like, I
Right.
think as women, we have, we deal with these stupid ass dudes. And then that puts our walls up, and we think like, oh, dudes are assholes or whatever, whatever. And the same thing goes for men, though. Like, they dealt with women with attitudes,
Right.
and have bad, and just talk to them any type of way. And there are dudes out here that get beat on too. You know what I'm saying? Or like verbally abused and
That's
shit
true.
like that. Like, I don't have a tolerance for that. Like, if a dude talk to me some type of way, like,
I get heated.
I won't even get into. I'd be like, okay, I'm not even
Right.
gonna entertain that shit. Like, you're not for first off, you're not gonna talk to me in any type of way. And if I have to say that to you, I'm not fucking with you that way, because like, look, I like to talk. So when Jessica get quiet, you better fucking run. You better go that way. Exit to the left, motherfucker.
Moral of the story: be respectful.
Very. Be
That part.
respectful.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't say nothing to me that if your mother was in the room, you would be like, oh my God, where did I say that? Exactly. Now, if we was in a whole different conversation and a few dates had passed by and whatever, then that's different. But I don't like that dude. Like, why you send me a dick pic? I don't care if it was in your underwear.
Right.
Like, nobody asked for that shit.
I don't want to see the outline or anything if I didn't ask for it.
And it was the fucked up part is that it wasn't even little. It was nice. So
And you
Now he ruined it.
because he didn't ask for it.
Or maybe he didn't.
Man, well, that's one thing. Like, I would say, like, ladies, like, stop. Like, if a motherfucker have a little, let him know he got a little. Because they be walking around here with some big old energy. And it's just like, then when I come around the motherfuckers, I be like,
that's very true.
Like, what's that? Like, no.
You should have given me that advice earlier in the year.
And I'm not saying that little don't do whatever they do. Like, every woman's different. You're gonna find the right woman that's for.
Right.
You know,
I'm side-eyeing you right now, Jess. I'm side-eyeing.
No, but different strokes for different folks, right? Like, not everybody likes to exist, you know what I'm saying? And that's okay. That doesn't take anything away from me. I'm still gonna be who the fuck I am. You might not like me. You know, I talk all day. Like, my girlfriend was just like, oh my God, my fupa. Bitch, I'll put that bitch on somebody's forehead. Fuck is you talking about?
In a minute, okay?
Right. If you die, you die. You know what I'm saying? You better fucking breathe this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck you mean? You better breathe sideways. You better learn that shit. But there will be men that'll fuck around with a big bitch. There'll be men that only like skinny women. So same thing for men. You know what I'm saying? There's women that like short guys, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? There's women that like only tall guys. You know, that's what I'm saying. So like, just stand. My thing is just stand on your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna be this way, be that way. If you're gonna be that way, then be that way. Be real.
Please.
You know what I'm saying? We like romance. Romance is not dead, gentlemen. And we like to drink and feed us.
See, isn't that so simple?
Definitely.
See, simplicity. All right, ladies. Well, I had a great time with you guys talking. I don't know if we helped anybody.
We probably made it worse.
I don't know if we helped anybody, but you know, I tried.
Maybe take anything from this, take that. Little things matter.
Maybe I'll have another show with maybe like couples that are like married for like 10 plus years and be like, what are we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that'll be another show that I'll have to do. But thank you, Cassandra, for taking the time out to be on my show.
Yes, thanks for inviting me.
I gotta come down to Texas so we can bring up some cowboys.
Cassandra.
Nice to meet you. I've been waiting on you forever, Jessica.
I'm coming. You know what? I'm coming this summer. Don't worry. I'm coming. I got money now. I'm coming, bitch.
You said it live.
Right?
I'm coming.
She's recorded.
Right.
Thank you very much for coming on the show and sharing your thoughts and stuff like that too. Thank you. But you're gonna see me. Watch. Yes. Don't worry. I'm coming. I'm gonna catch a plane. I'm gonna text you tomorrow.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. Woo, that one.
You're drinking it straight.
Yeah, I'm drinking it straight, no
Ugh.
ice.
Mm.
It's okay, I'm not drunk.
Mm-hmm.
But it went down up the nostril. But thank you, Stephanie, for coming out. You ain't got to get off. I'm about to end the show.
Okay.
We're going to save the Just As Just for the next show because kind of took a little long on this segment. And I knew it was going to happen, but you know, I knew it was going to happen. So we're just going to save the Just As Just segment for the next show. Again, guys, if you have some questions or you want my opinion on something, it doesn't have to be about love. It could be about whatever. Again, these are just my opinions. I'm not a doctor or none of that shit or whatever.
Doctor just the best.
Oh, no. Shit. I would never last to go to school to be no doctor. But the next show is actually going to be, so we're going to go 3 weeks out. So it's not going to be back in 2 weeks. So we're going to be back July 27th.
Okay.
So put that in your calendars. I will be back on, but that's actually a really big week for B-side. So B-side that week, I would call it B-side week because we're actually dropping the new show of what is it, Buzzin' Bizzle. So she's dropping that Tuesday, which is the 20. What is that? 6th. That's the day before. So the 26th, we're gonna be dropping the new show of Buzzin' Bizzle. So you'll see T Bizzle on your TV screen that Tuesday night. Then we're gonna bring on my show, Sippin N Trippin, on that Wednesday. Then Thursday, we're gonna have mentality.
Yes.
People like wanting to call it mentality tea.
You said that right.
Mentality, whatever. Podcast with Chrissy and Angel on Thursday. Then we're gonna do that big old 606 Mania 3 comedy show. If you guys have not bought your tickets, please go to B-Side Studios Facebook page or bsidestudio.net. The Eventbrite is on there. You can purchase your tickets to go to this comedy show. We got Baby Horchata headlining or hosting the show or whatnot. He's funny as hell. T Bizzle's gonna be on there and some other funny ass comedians. We had a great time last year. You're not going to want to miss this one.
Sounds
so
fun.
That's going to be on the 29th, that Friday. And then on Saturday, so that ain't even going to end there. So on Saturday, you got Miss Chrissy. She's going to come out with her Delicious Dior on Saturday. So you got B-side from Tuesday to Saturday. You feel me? You're going to find something to talk about and hear and listen. You're going to be busy that week. Mr. Maurice going to be busy that week. So make sure to put that in your calendar. If you don't listen to nothing else, listen to me on the 27th. Sippin N Trippin. I actually might have a comedian friend on that show. We're still working out some details. So thank y'all for joining me tonight. Hopefully we help some people. Hopefully you got some insight. If you got some questions, go ahead, hit me up, DM me, let me know if I didn't cover that on the show today. So make sure you watch me tonight, or not tonight, Friday, 7, 8, 10:30 on Can TV. They will be airing my 1-year anniversary show on the television, bitches. I made it.
Congrats.
Thank you very much. So catch me on Friday. If not, have the remainder of your July, because we're going to catch you at the end of July. Have a great summer. Have a great July. I'll see y'all later. We out. Peace.